Today we get a story of this kid that while doing a presentation for his class in front of everyone is caught on an Spaghetti-O website, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's completely embarrassing, but it's also pretty funny. Leave a like in the video to claim your free nothing. And let's call today's subscriber who sent in the story, let's call him Brandon. Anyways, right, Brandon was in class one day, and he had this friend who we're just going to call Ben because I call everyone in the story Ben besides the main character. So Brandon's kind of just sitting at a table in class, and his friend Ben is there, and Ben kind of turns to him and says, like, yo, and, I don't know, Brandon's like, hey, what's up, dude? And Ben's like, dude, it's going to be, dude, this is going to be so funny. And Brandon's like, dude, what do you mean? And, Ben's like, bro, you know how we have a presentation tomorrow? And Brandon's like, yeah, like, have you been doing that? And, Ben's like, well, no, because of what, you're about to hear. And Brandon's like, dude, you should be doing the presentation. That's a huge part of your grade. And Ben's like, chill, 1 second. Like, at least hear what I'm trying to say. And Brandon's like, all right, like, what's going on? And Ben looks at Brandon and says, dude, I'm going to go up there. And you know how the presentation is like a PowerPoint presentation? And Brandon's like, yes. And Ben's like, bro, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to, dude, I'm going to show the funniest thing on screen ever. Dude, everyone's going to be laughing. It's going to be so great. And Brandon's just like, what are you going to show on there? And Ben is like, dude, I'm going to show a very special website. I'm going to go on a very special website and just, put on a very special video. And Brandon's looking at him like, you don't mean... And Ben looks at him and nods. And Brandon's like, bro, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Why would you do that? And Ben's like, dude, it's going to be so funny. Just wait. And Brandon's like, no, you're not going to do that. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. One, I don't actually think it's that funny. It's like, yeah, I guess I'd laugh and people are going to laugh at how ridiculous it is. They're not going to be like, wow, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Two, you're going to fail the assignment. And three, you're going to get in a ton of trouble. And Ben's like, bro, you're overthinking it, but I do need you to do one thing. And Brandon's like, dude, I am not helping you with this. I'm not joining in on this. I'm not going to have any part of this. And Ben is like, dude, please, you can do this discreetly. No one even has to know that you're doing this, but can you just film me when I go up and film everyone's reactions? You can be super discreet. You can just be like, I was being on my phone. It's totally fine. No one's going to even know. I'm doing this one way or another, but I really need someone to film it. And Brandon's just looking at Ben like, bro, you cannot be serious. Don't do this. This is ridiculous. And eventually, Brandon's like, all right, dude, fine. I'll record it or whatever. But just know I don't approve of what you're doing. I think it's really dumb. And I almost know for a fact you're going to get in a buttload of trouble. So anyways, right, the next day comes around and that's the day everyone's doing their presentation. And sure enough, right, Brandon is sitting there. He's gone up. He's done his presentation. He's done a good job. The presentations are really mundane. No one is really paying attention. And finally, it's time for Ben to go up there and do his presentation. And Brandon has been sitting there the whole time, really just hoping that Ben changed his mind, even though he did know deep down that Ben, in fact, had not changed his mind. He knew that Ben was just going to be on his nonsense as usual. However, Brandon was really just hoping maybe, I don't know, Ben had an epiphany of how stupid an idea this was and decided to really buckle down and do the project last minute, but nevertheless do the project. Anyways, right, it's finally Ben's turn, and he goes up because he has to walk to the front of the room to connect to give the presentation. And as he's walking up to the front of the room, he stops at Brandon's desk and whispers in his ear, start recording. And, Brandon's kind of annoyed because he was going to start recording either way. He did make a promise to Ben that he'd record it. And now he just looks suspicious because, no one knew what was about to happen. But in retrospect, everyone's going to remember that, Ben went up to Brandon and whispered something to him before he did his big practical prank in front of everyone. So Brandon was a little annoyed, but he definitely, he whipped out his phone, pretended to be on it, but was recording the front of the room. And, so Ben is walking up there. Ben connects his computer to the projector, goes up and is like, all right, guys, here's my presentation. And he flips the thing on. The first slide is normal. It is all right, today we have a presentation on covalent bonds. Dude, I don't know what the class was in. Let's just say that. He's like, today we have a presentation on covalent bonds. So the first slide was going to be a normal slide. And then, Like, Brandon was looking at him like, oh, wait, did he actually do a normal thing? Brandon was just holding out a little bit of hope that Ben had come to his senses. But yeah, no. So Brandon is sitting there and watches as Ben has a little bit of a smirk on his face, a little bit of a smirk, because Ben is about to flip to slide 2. Sure enough, Ben clicks the thing on the projector. It goes to the next slide on the PowerPoint. And you know what it is? He somehow embedded a video in there, and he's like, all right, guys, now we're going to watch a very important video about covalent bonds. He clicks the play button, and I don't want to go into too much detail so that YouTube doesn't thunderbolt my stuff. But yeah, a video from a very forbidden website starts playing. And the other thing is, right, Ben made sure to crank up the volume, and also when he got control of it, to crank up the volume, not just on the video, but on the machine. So the video was full volume, the machine emanating the sound was full volume. So when this thing started playing, it was like blasting. And to be fair, like to Ben's credit, the whole class did start laughing. Brandon did say that wasn't going to happen. However, Brandon was very much correct about literally everything else that he predicted. Because sure enough, the whole class burst into laughter. Ben is up there kind of feeling good because he just everyone's reacting positively, until Ben looks around and sees the teacher, who is understandably not acting as positively. The teacher is like, what is this on screen? What is this playing in my classroom? This is so against every rule here. Turn that thing off immediately and then go straight to the principal's office. And Brandon was sitting there all right, Ben, I told you, dude, this was going to happen and this was a bad idea. And the thing is, right, Brandon did hold his end of the deal and he was recording the whole thing. And the teacher, who is steaming mad at Brandon at this point, looks around at the classroom and sees that steaming mad at Ben, sees that Brandon has been recording the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, right, the teacher points at Brandon and says, you there, the guy recording this, go to the principal's office as well. And Brandon's like, I had nothing to do with it. He says, I don't want to hear it right now. Comment teacher down below if you want to heart on your comment. Today's secret word is teacher. I'm going to heart as many comments as I can that say teacher. And while you're down there, make sure notifications are turned on. You've joined the Discord server and have followed my Instagram, which is where you submit your stories. Anyways, right, Brandon is so pissed right now because he's like, dude, I had nothing to do with this. I didn't even want to do anything. I told this kid Ben that this was a stupid idea and then he was going to get in trouble. And eventually, right, Brandon catches up to Ben because Ben has already started walking to the principal's office by the time the teacher kicked him out. And Brandon comes up to Ben. He's like, dude, I'm in trouble too. I don't know why. And Ben turns to Brandon bro, I'm so sorry. You're so right. This is so stupid. I wish I didn't get you involved in all of this. And Brandon's like, all right, well, either way, I'm involved in this, but you got to make sure that you tell them the truth that I had nothing to do with this. And Ben is like, dude, 100%, I got you. So they go in there, they go to the principal's office. And the principal's like, well, the teacher just called and told me what happened. Ben, you know that's you cannot do that. That is a huge violation of our rules. You just blasted extremely inappropriate content in front of everyone. The teacher has a right to be extremely mad. You'll probably fail that assignment, and I have no idea where your standing will be in the class afterwards. And for punishment here, we still got to figure that out. It's at a minimum, you're going to fail the assignment plus whatever. So Ben is feeling pretty terrible. And then the principal turns to Brandon and is like, Brandon, I kind of thought better of you. Ben has been in trouble in the past, but you're not really the type, I thought at least, the type to get in trouble like this. And Brandon looks at the principal you have to understand, I was telling Ben that this was a bad idea and to not do this. And the principal's like, I don't know if I believe you, you were recording it. And, Brandon does admit, he said, Ben told me he was going to do it either way, and they just wanted someone to record it. And I said, okay. However, I kept telling Ben, it's a terrible idea and that he shouldn't do it. And, Brandon was like, yeah, maybe in retrospect, recording it wasn't a good idea, but you have to understand, I had nothing to do with this. In fact, I was against it the whole time. And the principal, she's looking at Brandon. She's kind of giving him a look. And she says, Brandon, I know that you weren't involved, but you shouldn't have been recording it either way. That's in a way kind of promoting it. However, right, since it seems like you were very much against what, your friend was doing, I don't really know. And she turns to Ben and she said, Ben, can you confirm this? And Ben says, yes, 100%. He was telling me again and again not to do it. I basically told him I was going to do it either way. He explained why it was bad. And like, Brandon's a good kid. Please don't get him in trouble. And the principal's like, fine, Brandon, you're good. Just don't do anything like this ever again. And if anyone is going to do something stupid, instead, just don't involve yourself in any way, or we will probably, or next time you will get in trouble. And with that, Brandon left, and Ben got in a lot of trouble. Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it, do it.